Now, the main part of today's lesson is looking at factoring twice. Just like when you simplify fractions, sometimes you got to do it more than once. Same with factoring as well. Now, the first thing you should notice about this is it doesn't start with just x squared. It starts with 2x squared, or it could be anything x squared really today. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the GCF. So 2, 4 and 16. I notice both those numbers are in the 2 times table. So I take 2 as a common factor here, and then I just say 2 times x squared is 2x squared, 2 times 2x is 4x, 2 times 8 is 16. What I'm really doing to find these numbers is I'm doing 2x squared divided by 2, which is 1x squared. 4x divided by 2 is 2x, and 16 divided by 2 is 8. Now notice what we have inside the parentheses is what we were just looking at in the previous warm-up. So we can factor this as well. So we can say x and x in both sets of parentheses. 2 numbers that times to make 8 and subtract to make 2. That should be 4 and 2. Signs are going to be different, and the way I want to do this is to get positive 2 is I want to do positive 4 take away 2. And you can see 4 take away 2 does indeed give me 2, but also positive 4 times negative 2 also gives me negative 8. And we still leave the 2 here at the start of the question because we'd have to multiply that in as well. Now if I just do this one with 2 terms, this is a little easier to find the GCF actually. So 5 and 20, they're both in the 5 times table. 5 times x squared is 5x squared. 5 times 4 is 20. So I've got x squared plus 0x minus 4. So 2 numbers at times to make 4 and subtract to make 0. That would be 2 and negative 2. And we're done just as quickly as that. So some of these questions are very quick once you've got used to the methods here. Now for this one, 12 and 27, they're both in the 3 times table. So 12x squared divided by 3 is 4x squared. 27 divided by 3 is 9. Now this time, when we're doing the 9 here, now it's unusual they've got 4x squared at the start. We're not going to worry about that too much. To get 9, we've got to do 2 numbers at times to make 9, so that's going to be 3 and 3. Because I'm trying to finish with 0 in the middle. But I'm not going to put x and x this time, because actually I have 4x squared. If I put 2x and 2x though, 2x times 2x does indeed give me 4x squared. Signs are different, so one was plus and one was minus. So keep an eye out for the one with 2 terms. As long as this is a number that's a perfect square, then we can split this up as well. So if this had been like 100x squared, I would have said 10x and 10x. Or if it would have been 49x squared, I would have said 7x and 7x. So keep an eye out for both of these when they're perfect squares. And that's why it's called difference of squares, this method. Both of these numbers should be square numbers, and there should be a difference or a subtract if you prefer. This time, certainly 2 is a factor of this, but remember we're looking for the greatest common factor, so actually 4 works even better for this. Divide each of these by 4, and take the 4 out as a common factor. 2 numbers that times to make 12 and add to make 7, with a little experimentation, 3 and 4 you should find. Both signs are the same, and they're both negative, so x minus 3, x minus 4. So as you can see, these questions can be very easy to do once you know what you're actually doing. Now for homework, this is split up into 4 types. I just gave you 4 examples, so these are the questions that you're going to mimic to do that. I will do the middle question, so you can actually check this if you want to. And I'm going to do that on the next video though.